Have you ever upcycled glass? This week's video, I take 3 items. I upcycle them 3 completely different ways, and I can't wait to see what you guys think about them. Hang on to the very end to see the final results.
For project number 1, we are going really easy with this one. This is a super simple project. We're just going to pick out a small little transfer and cut it apart. I'm just looking for a teeny tiny one. Once you guys see what we're doing this on, you'll understand why. And I decided to go with this one because I really liked the yellow. Now I have a small little milk glass jar that I got at an antique store recently, and it had the perfect little frame on it. So right here, I'm using my thumbnail and fingernail just to measure where the frame is so I can cut off this flower to fit perfectly in there. I'm going to peel off the backer, and then I'm going to use the transfer tool that comes with your transfer and use that to rub this down. I do also, you'll see me go in with my fingers a little bit too. I just want to make sure this is getting into the edges of that frame because that one side goes up and around a little bit. And I just want to make sure the whole thing is down. Once this is down, I start to peel back and rub at the same time. If ever a piece comes back up with that paper, lay it back down, rub it a little bit more, and it'll lay flat. Once this is finished, I do go in and put on a coat of Big Top to seal my transfer in. And this little cutie is ready for some flowers. For project number 2, I'm going to take this jar with a lid that was in my stash. It has like these cute little adorable handles. I want to say this was like for olives, I want to say. I'm not entirely certain. We are going to go in with the color Walk on Water by DIY and give this 2 good coats of paint. And while I am painting this, let me introduce myself. My name is Sandra. I am the owner and creator here at Midwest Charm. I specialize in repurposed, upcycled vintage home decor and furniture, as well as all of your DIY crafting needs. I have DIY paint, Sweet Pickins milk paint, Iron Orchid Designs, Roycycled Treasures, and Connie Lines and Designs on the website, on our social medias. Everything's linked below, as well as a list of everything I am using in today's video. This is clay-based paint, so it makes it really super easy to go on and it sticks to everything. So glass is not a problem. When you go in with coat number 2, just go in with a lighter hand and don't overwork it and pull up that first layer. Okay, so here we are with that second coat, and you can see I'm not going to overwork it. I'm just going to go in and put a good coat on this. And while I am working on this, you will see me pull out my little chunk of paint inlay from the Ditzy Blooms inlay, and I am going to mist the paint side of that and let it sit while I finish putting on the second coat. And there it is. I'm just taking one little floral and we are going to add it to this glass jar. And you add these into wet paint. So here I am making sure I've got a good coat of paint on there. And this is curved. I should have snipped some little darts into this piece, but I got it to work all right anyways. And I'll go back on camera, Sandra. I'm going to lay this on there, and then you're going to see me use my finger to work in those painted parts and make sure they're laying flat and are pressed into the paint. Once I have this completely into the paint, I do mist this and then make sure again that it's all the paint parts are completely adhered into the paint, and then I'm going to set this aside and let this dry really well. A lot of times I do take my heat gun to these to speed up that drying process, and I started to do that, but it just wasn't drying like the way I wanted it to. So I decided just to set it aside and let it finish drying on its own, and I went on and did some chores around the house or something before I went back to it. You'll know when it's dry because the paper does turn white again, and you're just going to give it a good mist of water. And I end up having to get a little bit more because you want those edges to come up easily. And my only fear with this was adding too much water and having it pull up the paint from the glass. But it did in a couple little spots, but I actually really liked it. So I went ahead and left it. And you guys, there's nothing more satisfying than pulling this off. And I do seal this up once it has completely dried. For project number 3, I've had this sitting around for far too long without working on it. So I took this little wire basket and I'm going in with the DIY verdigris wax. And I'm just touching this on spots that may have, if this were left in the elements, tarnished or gotten some patina to it. So I'm just putting this in a few spots and then I'm going to set this part aside. This is a really easy way to age things and just to give it a little bit of pop of color as well. Very simple, very easy, and it adds a lot. Now for these 3 glass vases that came with this, I am going to put on 2 coats of crinoline DIY paint and let them dry thoroughly in between each layer and seal this up with Big Top once I do have all that done. This does take me a little bit, as you can see, I'm juggling these around a little bit. Here's jar number 2. I learned to do that top part or the base first and then do the rest of it because then by the time I got the rest of it done, I could just flip it over and it would dry, or I could leave it like this to dry, sitting this way. There is like a lip around the edge of the vase that allowed me to set them up pretty well. So we are going to get these all painted and then move on to our next step. We are going to take out Iron Orchid Designs Sarah Featon's Botanicals, and I am taking most of this whole page, and I decided I'm going to do a transfer on each side of this, and I really like these ones with the little yellow buds on them, so each jar is getting one floral with the yellow bud, and then some greenery on the back. The first jar, I do go in and put on 2 little transfers on the back end, only because they were smaller and not quite as leafy as the other 2, and I kind of wanted it to definitely have a little bit more matchy than not, even though they don't match. Um, I hope that makes sense. But that way, if you wanted to take these out of the wire basket they came with, you could set them either way or a variety of ways. And I wanted to make sure that I did have that opportunity. You guys make sure to stick around until the very end because you will get a chance to see these all finished. And I really do love how these turned out. And you guys, painting on glass and upcycling glass is actually very easy and very rewarding. I hope you guys try it. So to apply these transfers, I simply peel off the back layer. I lay these down where I would like for them to go. I take out my transfer tool and use that to rub the pieces down. And I'm kind of going from side to side, but you do see me occasionally like go from the bottom up. There's a little bit of a curvature on the bottom, so I'm trying to make sure that that lays flat, but also because it's rounded, it's easier to like try to manipulate that a little bit going in from different angles, and that's all I'm doing with that. Once they're down, I do rub them in with either the remaining top grid, or I use my fingers to burnish them as well. And that just gets out any air bubbles and then makes sure that all those little details are secure. You do need to seal these transfers, and you can go in with a wax or another top coat. I just went in with another layer of top coat, although I may go back and re-wax these just to give them a little bit of age. I think they turned out very, very sweet, and I really do like them. You'll have to let me know below if you think I should add some wax to these, like maybe some dark wax to age them or not. I do add one little thing to these before I take my pictures at the very end, you guys. So make sure and hang around and check those out. I love these. I think they're very sweet. They would make a really cute little propagation station or just sweet little bud vases as well. And I am just going to let you guys watch me apply the rest of these little transfers and get them finished. I love this transfer because it does have the smaller ones and the bigger ones. It's absolutely useful, and I cannot wait for it to come back in stock. I love toward the little twirl that I do with these at the very end. They turned out so cute, you guys. I love them. And here I am getting them placed back into the little wire rack, and our final pictures are coming up, you guys. I can't wait to see what you think of the final results.
What did you think? Which one was your favorite? I love all three. I always say that, don't I? If I had to pick a favorite, it would be either project 2 or 3. I don't know. I can't decide. But you guys, make sure you post below. Let me know which one was your favorite and why. And if you've ever upcycled glass. And we will see you guys all next time. Bye.